Yo, what is going on, guys? Today's video is going to be kind of different. So as you guys know, recently I've made videos on this, the new weapon bribe, how to complete the unlimited timed contract. You have to basically get 75 wins, and the fastest way to do that is playing gun games. So my video for you guys today is since a lot of people are obviously making the same video on tips and tricks about gun game being the quickest way to get the wins. Obviously only 20 kills are free for all, and you can come in the top 3 to get a win with those 20 kills and not 30 kills like an additional normal free for all is the quickest way. A lot of people are making the videos, a lot of people are watching them and getting the tips and then going into gun game, so it's going to be kind of a sweat fest. So today I've got you guys a top 5 worst / most dreaded guns in Black Ops 3 gun game, and let's get straight into it at the number 5 spot. Just before we hop into that, guys, I want to make a quick disclaimer that I won't be showing the gameplay of usage of these guns in the background. I mean, if I was getting lots of kills with them, you guys would be like, well, they can't be that bad then, but if I was dying loads, then it's not exactly very fun to watch in the background. So there will be some relatively good gun game gameplay in the background for you guys to watch, just cycling the guns all the way through and then me winning, maybe going on like a 10 kill streak or something, just relatively okay gameplay that's not actually boring and me dying all the time to watch. So anyways, without any further ado, in the number 5 spot I've got for you guys the Locust. Now, a lot of the snipers in the community won't be very happy with me right now. They'll either be disliking the video saying why machine at the screen and then commenting down below you suck, you just can't snipe. Well, hop on right now, right, when this contract is thriving at its most, where people are wanting to get the wins quickly, voting the small maps with the new movement system, the Locust, it has a normal sniper scope on, also bearing in mind the fact that's more clunky to obviously aiming and stuff, and there's no auto aim in this game, so you can't really exactly quick scope as easy as you could in Modern Warfare 2. The SVG has an ELO sight or an ELO sight, so it makes it a little bit easier to see the surroundings and the peripheral vision around you, so that's obviously a hindrance in itself, right? If you're voting Nuketown, people are jumping everywhere, and the fact that you get spawn trapped so much, like you're literally dying off your spawn when you've spawned in gun game Nuketown, it's a pain in the ass to get this out of the way, so that's why it's here. I don't have any hate towards snipers. In the number 5 spot, like I said, the Locust. So in the number 4 spot right now is the Haymaker. Now the Haymaker in itself, I think it's just a very weak shotgun, but if they put long barrel as the kind of designated preset attachment in gun game on the Haymaker instead of extending mags, I think this would go a lot better than the extended mags, because obviously if it's weak you want more bullets to kill people, but yet again I just feel like long barrel would have worked better in obviously every situation, like the shorter range maps, the longer range maps, because I feel like when I'm shooting someone with this, they take so many bullets, but when people shoot me with it, they like kill me instantly, and like I can't get my aim on because of the flinch and no toughness in the game. So yeah, the Haymaker, it's kind of weak, it's a shotgun, and obviously for that reason, if it's fully automatic, they can't make it very powerful like the Argus, and that's a hindrance in itself, to be honest. So you don't really always want to challenge, because you might flinch yourself, and then you might go off target with people jumping everywhere because of the new movement system, like I'm going to be mentioning a lot in this video. So yeah, that's why it's in the number 4 spot, the Haymaker. So now, in the number 3 spot, coincidentally, is another shotgun, right, but it's the KRM this time, and the reason this is in the number 3 spot, because it doesn't have a lot of range for a shotgun like the Argus, and the fact the bullet spread is more makes it even weaker at those kind of longer range engagements. But to aid that, to top it all off, oh, we got a suppressor on the gun, so the suppressor really hinders it in terms of its performance in gun game, and I really dread using this gun because it always takes 2 shots for me most of the time. I mean, unless they're weak or I'm literally point blank with my barrel up their anus hole, I don't get a 1-shot kill. And the fact that the bullet spread is it's really inconsistent compared to the Argus. Like, there's a tight kind of crosshair spread on the Argus, and it has more range and everything, so you can land your shots like the KSG very precisely and you can get people at range, right? So that obviously stands out compared to the KRM, the Argus. But the KRM in itself, it's a bad shotgun in my opinion. I'd definitely rather use the Argus or the Haymaker even, or even the Brecci. I mean, the Brecci in itself, it's been buffed, it's better now, so you know what, slap it in there instead of the KRM, and maybe put a suppressor on that to make, you know, the challenge not too much of obviously pumping it back and having people shoot you while you're in that process of pumping it back, because you've got a hit marker with a suppressor on the inconsistent hip fire spread or the bullet spread in general of the KRM. So that's why it's in the number 3 spot, and coming into some god awful guns right now, guys, that I absolutely hate and dread with all my heart in gun game, and I honestly kind of lose to a lot of the time because I can never get off these guns. In the number 2 spot, narrowing its way up to that number 1 spot, is the Gorgon. So the Gorgon in itself, I feel like I'm a really kind of handicapped player when I'm using this because it's so clunky, and the fact it reloads slow, not the fact that you'd shoot all the bullets anyway because it's got a really slow fire rate, and I think they've kind of nerfed the fire rate from what it previously was, where it kind of shot a little bit faster, because obviously it kills in 2 shots for an LMG, and that might have been seen by overpowered by a lot of people, because I know there's a lot of videos being made on that. But anyways, it's not only that department that it's slow in either, it's actually slow in everything else, like ADS, aiming down the sight. Oh my god, I feel like when people are jumping about near me with their kind of thrust jumpers, I don't have a chance, because at the time I've aimed in, I'm already dead, or I've already got 1 shot on, and then I flinch too much by the time I can get the next shot in, because the fire rate's so slow, and the gun is clunky in itself to get the gun up and obviously stop and actually get some accurate shots in the first place, that I'm already dead. They've already shot me, I haven't got the second shot in because I've either flinched or it's too late because of the slow fire rate like I just said. So it's not very good for hip firing either. It's very inaccurate in that department, and that's why it's in the number 2 spot, the Gorgon. But to top it all off, in the number 1 spot, ladies and gentlemen, is the Shiva. Now the Shiva in this, it's awful. I can't wish anybody using this class in multiplayer. What even is it in gun game, right? You get a thermal scope on the Shiva, right? So the Shiva in itself, yeah, it's a slow fire rate assault rifle, very powerful. Okay, yeah, I mean that's okay in itself. So if people are jumping about everywhere on Nuketown, that might be a bit of a hindrance to want to use that in itself. But no, let's top it off, guys. Treyarch, let's put a thermal sight on this bitch. So they slapped a thermal sight on it, and now it's practically unusable without rapid fire, because no rapid fire and a thermal, that's literally AIDS. That's literally AIDS in my opinion. There's nothing more I can say on that or more I can complain upon that. The fact that this gun, the hit detection with it feels so off, and the fact that I'm so used to using rapid fire on this gun in multiplayer to actually, you know, give it a bit of validity in terms of power against other guns in gunfights, is the fact that I really hate it. But to top it all off, the thermal scope, I mean, when I'm spawning in on Nuketown, someone's jumping over me with a VMP or even like a KRM or any of these guns that I've previously mentioned, I always freaking lose, because obviously the Gorgon, it shoots slow like the Shiva, but it's fully automatic, so you can hold it down and focus on your aim a bit more. But no, we've got a thermal, we've got a semi-automatic assault rifle that's hit detection is really weird if you use to rapid fire, and also to top it off, I mean, it's not exactly a brilliant gun in the first place, to be honest, unless you're really accurate. I'm not used to using it without rapid fire, so I hate it. So thank you all for watching. Slap a like on the video down below, and no, I will not be making a lot of complaint videos, but this channel's about the positive vibes, you know. I always try to keep a positive attitude and a positive outlook, but since going for these challenges like the 75 wins to get the bribe supplied, which was worth it by the way, because I got the FFAR, which I also recorded live. If you missed that video, it's the one prior to this on my channel. So thank you all for watching. Slap a like on the video down below if you enjoyed my rant for today, and if you agree, and peace out.